Hello, I'm Douglas Quincy Rohan. Thanks for tuning into today's Tech Exposé. Today we'll be looking at the Argus C-3, otherwise affectionately known as the Brick. The Argus C-3 comes with a non-removable lens, a 50mm Argus-coated Centaur lens with an f-stop of 3.5. The lens aperture can be adjusted by moving these two poles on the front. This lever primes the shutter of the C-3, preparing it to take a picture. When the trigger is pressed, it returns to its unprimed position. This wheel controls the camera's shutter speed, its highest being 0.03 of a second and its slowest being 1/10 of a second. From the speed, you can tell that this camera is more suitable for slow-moving objects and bright environments. This is the shutter release button. As you can see, it has two settings, Instant and Bulb. Instant allows you to use the shutter speed that you've set on the front of your camera, and Bulb allows you to keep open the shutter for as long as you hold down the button. This is the film advance knob. As you turn it in the direction the arrow shows, it will advance your film. This, in contrast, is the film reverse knob. Following its arrow will allow you to reverse the film back into its cartridge after you're done with the entire roll. This is the film counter, which you must manually set every time you put a new roll in. And this is the film release lever, which means if you're going either direction with your film, you must press it or break your film. Let's look at the back of the camera. This dial does not do anything except for tell you what film you have in your camera, so remember to set it, because if you don't, well, who knows what speed film you have in there. Now let's get a good look inside this camera. You must first press in this bit, and then boom, the back is open for you. As we go across this in slow-mo, we can see the speed of the shutter and the three blades that keep it closed. Now let's take a closer look at the camera's insides. Ignore the pink erasers, the camera doesn't need help standing up. Here we can see a sticker inside the film capsule slot. This is just showing the patent information. Unfortunately, the patent's nothing interesting, just the design of the entire camera. From here we can see the function of the film rewind knob as also the film cartridge holder. You can pull it out and push it back in to lock that film cartridge in place. Here is the film sprockets. It both advances and allows the reversal of the film back into its cartridge. Here we get to see the film advance knob in action. And here we can point out where the film lead would go into to turn it forward. Here we can also see the serial number for the camera. If we look this camera number up on argusinfo.net, we quickly find that this specific C-3 was manufactured between 1945 and 1946. If we do not find your serial number in this area, it might be printed behind the sprockets. You may notice this camera has two viewports. This one is for focusing. When the image in the yellow and the clear section are aligned, you're focused. While this component right here is simply for framing up your image. As such, it is just clear with no gimmicks. You can choose this focus by turning the lens, which is immediately coupled with the rangefinder, allowing you to make proper focus of anything, from 3 foot to infinity. Now let's take some pictures with this camera, shall we? Here is some film. It's PhotoWorks 200. Don't worry, this film expired in 2002, so you won't be missing it. So let's put some film in this camera, shall we? First we'll open the camera by its latch on the back, and set it aside. Then we'll open up our film. Ah yes, expired goodness. Then, we insert the cartridge. There we are. And capture it We then drag the lead across the entire camera, making sure not to get it stuck in the sprockets before it's time. We then slot the lead into the pickup reel and give it a couple turns. As you can see by this footage, it's quite a finicky thing. Now, all we need is a subject. This is Sheltar the Destroyer. He wants some glossy 3x5s for his acting gig, so let's take some of them. First, what we need to do is make sure to prime the camera shutter. Perfect. Now, we look down the hole and see that he's focused up. Looks like we need to change things a little bit. Yep, it looks like he's in focus now. So with all these things set, we can just take a picture. Now we have the first picture taken, we can advance the film one frame. Ah, there we are, perfect. We can prime the shutter again, and take another picture real quick. Perfect. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll make sure Sheltar gets his 3x5s by the end of the week. Well, until next time.